Palma. Oh,
man.
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
Duel Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Bologna is open. 3-point.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has tied. Just posterized by
Tuloy-tuloy ang aksyon dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. We are back after a while dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex in the city of Caloocan. And we have 3 more games on tap in this Thursday triple header natin. And this is Robbie Darang of the Bataan Risers trying to move up in the race for the play-in spots. Mga kalaban niya, mga kamatchup niya. LJ Gonzalez, one of the top point guards in the MPBL, trying to lead the Quezon Huskers to solidify that #1 spot in the South. Now, Bataan and Quezon ang ating first game. In the second game, it's a rematch of last year's North Division Finals, San Juan against Pampanga. And in the main game, the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu host the Muntinlupa Cagers. Magandang hapon mga kaliga sa Dev Tupas, kasama si Javi Palanya. Kasama din natin si Mika Abisamis, and magandang hapon sa mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube, and also we are live on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Quezon Javi trying to tighten their grip of that #1 spot in the South.
Yeah, that's why it's very important that yung kanilang remaining games, no, they still take it very seriously because it's for them to make sure that they have home court advantage all throughout the playoffs, at least in their division. So I'm sure Coach Eric Gonzalez, who just celebrated his birthday, by the way, yesterday, is primed to help his team get the remaining victories sa kanilang mga huling laro.
Oo, Bataan naman on the other hand, locked in a very tight race for that #9 spot in the North Division. So importante din ang laro nila ngayon. No? Tinan natin muna yung mga nangyari sa Binyan, Laguna last night. And ang didikit na mga laban natin kagahapon. No?
What a long day that was for you. But I mean, although these were forgettable losses for the teams on the opposite end, there were a lot of strong performances from the players who played on the winning teams yesterday. John Pastias had an incredible shooting performance against Manila, while Jamer Hamita had their player of the game performance. Na yung Binyan naman, going back to their winning ways, it's a much needed victory para sa kanila. Big confidence booster for them.
Oo, no, definitely for Binyan, more than any team right in yesterday's schedule, kinailangan nila ang panalo na yon, no, because they are now at #6. Leapfrogging past Basilan due to the winner over the other rule. Quezon, on the other hand, few more wins will lock up #1. No, medyo malayo na sila dun sa kanilang sa mga naghahabol sa kanila. Muntinlupa still in danger here. 10-14, maglalaro sila mamaya. No, Cebu naghahabol din. Sarangani, that loss, was a big blow for them. 9-16 na sila. Limos, pretty much medyo alanganin na ang kanilang sitwasyon dito sa South.
Actually, yung Quezon, this game, this is all they need to lock up that #1 spot, because after that, they lose their remaining games. They still tie with Batangas. They still gain the upper hand because of that winner, because they won that game during the start of the season.
Well, if they do end up tied with Rizal ang makakuha niyan.
Yun lang naman talaga.
So may konting medyo tricky pa dito sa Quezon. No? Sa kabila naman, Nueva Ecija 24-2. And as you mentioned, Bataan 10-15. And itong laban din mamaya, no, Pampanga against San Juan. San Juan number 3 at the moment. Pampanga can move up to #4. So maraming komplikasyon sa ating team standings because of this triple header today.
Yeah, that's why yung mga teams who na naghahabol ngayon, I'm sure they're working doubly, triply harder in practice. They're trying to fine-tune lahat ng mga kanilang mistakes and errors, and I'm sure they're watching a lot of tape to make sure they do everything in their power to help themselves pull away and get that position that they want.
Well, Bataan has relied on Ives Sazon and his shot making time and again during the past few seasons, and more than anything, as they make this play-in push, they need Ives to come up with some big games.
Yeah, I mean, with all these guys contributing, as of late, recently para dito sa Bataan Risers. At the end of the day, you still want your quote-unquote franchise player to produce. Ives Sazon was brought in here to this team for this very reason, for him to lead this squad, and it's very good for Bataan that they're seeing Ives make those shots and getting his confidence back. Maybe this new haircut of his today will help him against Quezon.
Oo, si Chris Xavier, bagong gupit din. No? Buti pa sila, may time magpagupit. Okay, sa kabila naman, no? When you talk about the Quezon Huskers, we talk about LJ Gonzalez, Judel Fuentes, but you know, one guy, actually, there's only one MVP on this team, and that's Gab Banal. You know, he is a former MVP of this league, and although his role might have changed here with Quezon, I still believe he is an integral piece in this championship puzzle ng Quezon.
Especially in times like this when Quezon is trying to solidify their unit, their core in preparation for the tougher times ahead. Gab Banal, although he may have a reduced role in the regular season, his mere presence is really very important. And for him to be producing this way certainly gives them a big push moving forward, especially going up against those teams in the Southern Division playoffs.
I just saw Gab Banal lead that huddle for Quezon. So let's go to Richard Tampos. It's Bataan versus Quezon dito sa Caloocan.
Small forward number 23, Rinwil Yambing. Also at forward number 2, Carl Bringas. And at center number 11, Rafi Octobre. The head coach for Bataan Risers is Goody Ilagan. Assistant coaches, Ogie Gumatay, John Flores, Mac Tan, Arvin Ginto, Paul De La Cruz, Rene Baina, Prince Cruz, Louis Cortina, Marvin Molines, Irvin Lozada, Frederick Francisco, and El Granada, Gary David. Assistant team managers, Shai Evangelista. Team managers, Ariel Joaquin and attorney Gary Palmero. Team owner is Luis Valenzuela. Here comes the starting five for Quezon Huskers. Starting at forward number 77, Gab Banal. Also at forward number 93, Vince Magbuos. Playing center number 5, Simon Sandagon. To guard number 2, Judel Fuentes. And the other guard number 13, LJ Gonzalez. The head coach for the Huskers is Eric Gonzalez. Assistant coaches, Richie Tixon, Ed De La Torre, Luis Solasco, Jonathan De Guzman, Nash Rosella, Bernard De Guia, and Jeric Tang. Team manager is attorney Don Capunan. Team owners, Governor Doc Helen Tan, Congressman Mike Tan, and Mayor Ralph Lim.
Our starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Flores, Cani, Octubre, Bringas, Yambing ang magsisimula para sa Bataan. Gonzales, Fuentes, Sandagon, Magbuhos, and Banal para naman sa Quezon. Our officiating crew, Alan Manzano, Mike Inay, Zen Mananzana, EJ Carase is the substitute referee. We are underway here in Caloocan. Bataan in white, Quezon in black. Yung ibang player dito ng Quezon, pagod-pagod pa to. No? Ginawa to kaninang umaga.
Tama ka dyan.
Para sa kanilang future.
Marami-rami sila. And
actually, when there's 4 of them on the starting lineup.
yeah, they are the team with the most applicants, I think, no?
Yeah. We are talking about the PBA draft coming up on Sunday.
Well, it's going to be interesting how Coach Eric Gonzalez tries to manage the minutes of these specific players. Pero alam naman natin yung rotation style ni Coach Eric Gonzalez. He always shuffles his players up to almost the 15th man, almost every game. Ang kaya ina-expect niya sa mga players niya that each player will give it their all anytime they're on the floor. But with everything that's been happening, let's see how this changes things or not para sa Quezon. Well, Hubert Gani starting alongside Alfred Flores. They've gone to this combination a few times in the past few games and they've seen that this combination has actually worked. As we see Judel Fuentes answering quickly with that 3-point shot.
Ganda ng galaw ni Hubert Gani kay Judel eh. Hindi pwedeng hindi bawian.
Yeah, I think Hubert, for all that he's achieved here in the league, I think he realizes na hindi pa talaga niya na-achieve yung elite status na masasabi natin. Siyempre, wala pa rin sa championship as we see Rafi Octobre get that jumper. So, maybe right now, these past stretches of games have been enough motivation for him to make it his best each time they go out against the remaining opponents.
Alfred drives middle. He gets bumped. There is a foul.
You could see it in his face. You could see it in the way that he conducts himself on the floor. There's something different to the way that Hubert Cani has been doing things the past few games.
And yeah, he's also, lost a lot of weight, no?
Oh, yeah.
Nakita natin. Much more mobile compared to last season when he was with Quezon City. William Bing is off to a good start as well. LJ Gonzalez stepped on the line.
Malaking bagay rin siguro yung pabalik-balik na afro dito ni William Bing, no? Alam mo, yung afro na yan, ang buhok niya rin nung nag-breakout game siya a few games ago.
Kinabahan ako sa break eh. Ganon.
Relax. Alam ko iniisip mo. Di tayo pupunta doon.
Okay.
Di tayo pupunta doon.
Di ko alam, breakout o breakthrough o break lang talaga. Totoo. Bitawa mo, Mr. Palanyo. First quarter pa lang tayo, ha? Para kasi Mike Perez, jump ball pa lang, tumatawa na. 73, here's William Bing. Binigay kay Cani. Cani with a 3. That won't go. Uy, tinamaan si Jodel. Hindi sinasadya.
You see here at the start of this game, there is more aggressiveness on the side of Bataan. And they are more intentional in looking for their shots and making sure they're trying to make them. 3-7 right now, 4-point lead for the Risers. Quezon medyo naunahan sila dito, but interesting to see how they respond to this and how Bataan will try to sustain this.
LJ Gonzalez. Gabanal now. Simon. Nowhere to go against Rafi Octobre. Turns the ball over. Carl Bringas. The kick out. Flores for 3. It's short. Octobre. And the offensive rebound. Rafi, the turnaround. No good. Sazon gets the pass from Flores. Inside they go. Octobre. Again, he gets it to drop.
Really? 3 shot attempts right there for Bataan Sidelf.
Yeah, really flat start for Quezon. Nakita natin, you don't get a lot of opportunities from this team. We talk about the Huskers, pero ito, Bataan very active early on.
This is supposed to be the league-leading defense, itong Quezon Huskers. But the Risers getting to those loose balls first, getting themselves multiple opportunities. We're off to a 9-3 start here in the first.
Back at the Caloocan Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abisamis. In the last 3 seasons that Quezon has been part of this league, Bataan won the last 2 games. Kaya wala pa daw panalo itong Quezon sa Bataan. One thing that Coach Goody, Coach Mac, and the rest of the Risers would like to capitalize on, especially in terms of confidence. But the combine points are not back, or are still not suited up. Kapulong, Maines, and Ramirez plus Alex Ramos is injured, He injured his hamstring during practice 2 days ago, and Pagyo has been feeling under the weather. Now, how can an undermanned team go against a #1 team? Collective effort daw ang coaches this week more than ever. Coach John Flores and Coach F. Francisco have been the architect of their defense since their win against Binyan. Coach Mactan is obviously the offense guy, and El Granada was in charge of the skills and conditioning. Kaya nakatikim ang mga bata ng classic na planting rice and touch the line. Ginagawa pa ba yan ngayon sa Delphin Javi?
Okay. Okay, mahaba yun, ha?
Lots to ponder on.
Ganado ka, ha? Miss Madam, ha? Ganado ka sa report
Ganado naman siya parati.
Oo, ganado.
Pero bakit may extra push ba ngayon?
Oo, mukhang may extra push siya eh. No? May, siguro may incentive. But really, when you have this caliber of a coaching staff and you add El Granada, I think you really have to maximize it.
Oh, for sure.
For Bataan.
Actually, these are two of the teams in the league who arguably have the most depth, quote-unquote, in their coaching staffs.
Oo, gabi. At si El Granada, nagpapaplanting rice. Ang hirap. Ayoko muna maging player. Pag may ganun.
Isa yan talaga sa mga things na during practice, one of the drills in practice that players definitely abhor. Lalo na, actually planting rice, medyo chill pa ngayon if you compare to 11 touches.
11 touches.
Oo, 11 touches back and forth.
Diyan ka pala naging kondisyon, Habs.
Oo, dyan kami naging kondisyon ni Joel Liu.
Yan, si Joel.
Paunahan kami dyan eh.
Paunahan magpahinga.
Oo, hindi, paunahan talaga kami dyan, promise.
Competitive.
Si Jerry Pingoy ang paunahang magpahinga dyan.
Natamaan na naman ng stray bullet si Jerry Pingoy. Oh. Kawawa naman. Si Joey Leo, ano pa rin, no? He is really pushing his luck.
He is. I heard that he hasn't stopped messaging you about his non-inclusion in the 3-point shootout this weekend.
Parang mas shooter pa siya kay Mark Cruz, eh, no?
Yun nga yung actually gusto niya sabihin natin, na mas shooter siya kay Mark Cruz.
Nakailang game ka na ba na siya man pinasok mo tres? Yun ang tanong dun.
Percentage-wise daw kasi mas malaki daw siya. Doon yung binibase off.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Si Gaba na shooter na ngayon. JP Sarao din.
Yeah, JP Sarao, he has been in and out of the lineup the past few games para sa Quezon, but it is undeniable how important he is also to the front court rotation nitong Quezon Huskers. At alam naman natin, ito si JP, he loves the big moments.
Absolutely.
We saw that in Parañaque's playoff run last year.
JP Sarao, one-time call center agent turned professional basketball player. Nagrama and Sarao using that ball fake. Yes. Delivers the three right there.
Yeah, one of the many great stories that we have here in the MPBL. That's why up to now, I'm still very grateful for the opportunity to cover these guys. Dahil alam natin kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan ng mga to eh.
Oh.
Not everybody went the conventional route.
And Rafi Octubre with his pro models, alam mo talaga na ano yan.
Boy,
He knows. If you know, you know. Pag may ganyan ka sapatos, if you know yan eh.
At one point, those shoes dominated an era.
Oo. Wala yung Kobe na yan.
Wala. Naku po. Nung time na yun, halos lahat talaga.
Naka-pro
model.
Antigas man yan.
Yun na nga eh.
Antigas at ang bigat.
Nung sinuot ko yun, sabi ko, bakit?
Pero ano yan ha, ngayon medyo ano na yan, medyo malambot na yan ha.
They adjusted it, yeah. Yan naman yung maganda dun sa mga adaptations ngayon ng mga old models. Talagang they fine-tuned it eh. Na hindi nawawala yung dating forma. Yung technology na lang talaga yung binago nila, which is good. Because
nagkaroon ako niyan dati eh, yung SS2G.
Oh, okay.
Diba yung may yung superstar na ganyan.
Yeah.
Ayun, tapilok.
Isa yun sa mga unang sapatos ko na naging varsity ako.
Talaga. All white, o may stripe?
Hindi, may stripes siya sa akin.
Grabe yun. Classic yun.
Swerte kasi ako nun dahil I had an uncle who used to work in Adidas. That's why we had a rather easier time finding it.
Wow. Pero available kasi dati lagi yan.
Oo. Saka maganda nun, may discount pa.
Yun ang importante. Hindi pa nilibre, diniscountan lang. Topping, 3 seconds to work with. Hierro is fouled by Jamil Gabawan.
I imagine that compared to the Bataan team who chose to let those guys who participated at the combine earlier today to not suit up itong Quezon. Talagang sinabak nila agad sa Hierro.
I think they have a game. May laro yung mga nasa combine.
Oh, okay.
You know, contrary to belief, no, we are actually very happy for these players.
Oh yeah, I mean,
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR.
this is exactly what we're here for. We love to see these guys succeed.
Oh, and so many success stories already na galing dito sa MPBL. John Clarito, Adrian Nocum. Kaya yung rain or shine na yan, punong-puno ng MPBL yan eh.
Actually, pwede mo pa dyan isama si Anton Asistio eh.
Oh, Santillan as well.
Yes, you're right, you're right.
Kaso nung nakita kami ni Anton recently, nung nakita kami, naalala ko sa kanya yung ang baba ng score nila. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Expa, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke. Wes Sazon scoring on that fast break.
That's a welcome sign for Bataan.
Naalala ko yun. Parang 30 plus lang ata sila.
Yeah. And you couldn't fathom how that could be possible for a team like they had
Oh, sobra.
at that time.
But they went up against Davao. Coach Don Dula was handling that team. It was a South Division semi-final series.
It was a defensive masterclass.
Grabe.
And the players that Davao had back then were really linchpins defensively, as we see. Topeng Lagrama, he has been lighting up the nets. He has been torching the hoops these past few games.
Ang ganda na nilalaro ni Topeng Lagrama. And this is all about confidence here, taking the shot against Robbie Darang. Hindi ko rin pwede sabihin na much bigger Robbie Darang. Hindi rin maliit din si Robbie Darang, but nonetheless, that's a lot. Si Topeng, maganda yung kumpiyansa. 12-11, Quezon regaining the lead. Topeng Lagrama and JP Sarao against Mindoro, combining for 24 points. Topeng, 5 of 6 shooting for Topeng Lagrama. He really embraced this role na nakikita natin na nilalaro niya. No? Even though he's coming off the bench, usually, that's a backcourt violation.
Despite the lack of height, he really makes up for it in a lot of different areas. We know him for his offense, the way he dazzles the fans with his dribbling ability, his ability to knock down shots, especially in late shot clock situations. But yung kanyang depensa, very underrated rin.
But I like the way he's running the team now.
Yes.
When he's on the floor for Quezon.
And he's proving to everybody, Sidef, that he is not just a fan favorite. He's not just a guy who rose to fame because of those things that we see in social media. He is really a real hooper.
Absolutely. Kita nyo doon. Quick release paling kay Topeng Lagrama. 16-11. Gabawan short on the 3. Rebound ni Tamsi. Al Tamsi. Sarao. Gets to his point guard. Topeng Lagrama. Drops to the floor. Atras muna si Topeng. 10 seconds to work with. Lagrama to Opiso. That is short para Jason Opiso.
At that time, wala masyado nangyari dun sa offense ng Quezon. Only 2 guys able to take a hold of that basketball.
Back the other way for Quezon. Tamsi. Here's Sarao. Lagrama will try again and hit from beyond the arc. That's 3 triples para dito kay Topeng Lagrama.
Crazy. I think Jamil Gabaon could have taken one more step in to challenge that shot, but he stopped there. Siguro medyo nahiya pa siya ng konti, di ko alam, but he should have went all the way because you should give that much respect to the shot-making ability of Topeng Lagrama. You should be in his grill to prevent him from taking those shots. And it's hard to take chances against a guy who's really been oozing with confidence these past few games.
Tama ka dyan. 19 to 11.
Because as a team that's trying to lock in their position in the play-in, you should actually be the team that pushes all the right buttons and makes sure that they don't leave anything short-handed. And of course, defense is #1 on that list.
Darang. Travel on Robbie Darang.
Shuffled his pivot foot there. Wasn't really sure how he would make that shot work. But nice defensive pressure once again. This time coming from Diego Dario, who just came into the game.
19 to 11. Diego, who will see action in the three-point shootout on Saturday. Sandagon is an all-star, but he throws the ball away.
Napako na dito yung Bataan sa 11. Although their field goal shooting has been low since the start of the game because of multiple shot opportunities, ngayon hindi na talaga pumapasok yung mga tira nila. In fact, they haven't been getting a lot of opportunities to shoot.
There is a foul here. Wala pa sa penalty ang Quezon Huskers.
After that 9-3 run, the first few minutes, right after that timeout, the defensive intensity of Quezon went up a notch, and since then Bataan's offense has been stagnant.
Kani with a step back three. It doesn't go, and the Quezon Huskers have taken control of this ball game, led by Topeng Lagrama with 9 points in the period. Perfect from beyond the arc. Ito si Topeng Lagrama.
No, he almost single-handedly offensively took care of business on that side of the floor to make sure that they take control of this lead right now. See those triples. Hands were up, but Topeng Lagrama just had better offense on that end of the floor. 8-point lead for Quezon.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Quezon Huskers dismantling the Mindoro Tamaraos, Javi, and they were able to come away with 47% shooting, 58-39 edge in rebounding, and a whole lot more for Coach Eric and the Huskers.
Yeah, those rebounds are very important para sa kanila because it enabled them to go out and score 18 points on the break. Plus their three-point shooting once again on point compared to Mindoro, who actually is the league leader in three-pointers made each game this season. Mindoro was still able to get 9 three-point shots in that game, but Quezon had 11. And that was just one of the things that spelled the difference.
Well, Gozum knocks down the three. 6 of 10 ang Quezon in that first quarter. Ino Comboy, by the way, Javi, parang lagpas na yata. Almost 80 made threes na siya this season.
You're right. It's been crazy how he's been shooting threes. It really all started. Nagbago talaga yung kumpiyansa niya when Coach Benji Teodoro took over. I think they really made sure that Comboy would have a lot of touches on the rack. Dahil feel ko, nasayangan rin naman ang management ng Mindoro. You know, you're gonna bring in a former PBA player. Might as well give him the chance to shine.
Free throw, the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And Comboy is definitely star material here in the league. We've seen that for sure.
Kasali din siya sa sa 3-point shootout natin
Yes.
And he's also an all-star. Bataan will be represented by Mitchell Mines in the all-star game. Mitchell's not here. I think nasa combine din yata.
Yes, he is.
And Dom Vera in the 3-point shootout. Diego Dario. Tamsi inside, Gozum. The kick out to Diego Dario. Short on the 3. Rebound ni Pagaran. Gozum launches. No. Rebound. Santos. Cani surveys the floor. Two-man game with Octubre. Cani forcing that one. And he puts it in. Plus the foul.
Love the way he used that hesitation midway through the drive to kind of free Simon Sandagon. Look at it here. He turns the corner after the screen and a little stop to try and freeze Sandagon in his tracks and then leaning in with that left shoulder. Difficult shot, but great make by Hubert Cani.
22-15. Hubert Cani is at the line for the bonus. Short. Rebound. Rafi Octubre. Sayang.
I feel like more than taking the reins offensively, he should also be more vocal dito sa kanyang kupunan. He should be the one leading this team in their try to fight against Quezon this afternoon.
Dario, 7 seconds. Dario, that's a difficult look. Magbuhusan Pagaran, nag-agawan. Nakuha ni Pagaran now with LJ Gonzalez. 10 seconds. LJ, the kick out. Pagaran, the extra pass. Goes on for 3. No. And Gabawan caught pushing.
Yeah, at the last moment. And he's arguing that Magbuhos actually was holding on to his jersey. That's why he retaliated by pushing off Vince with his offhand. See that here. You see that left elbow actually pushing out Magbuhos for that rebound.
Inside Gozo, Magbuhos gets the roll.
Great presence of mind there by Will, seeing that he may have had a difficult angle with that shot from the baseline, opting for a better look to Vince Magbuhos in the middle.
Atake. Santos, no good. Dario leading out. That's Tutoy Ramirez, rather. LJ. Magbuhos comes up with a steal. Vince Magbuhos is fouled.
Very careless pass right there. Ganon kay Tutoy Ramirez, you know, he should definitely know better. He's a point guard. He could bring that ball up.
Assist to the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And this is the way that Coach Eric Gonzalez ensures that all his players on the floor are always very fresh, especially on the defensive end, because they really employ that high pressure defense. And you need fresh legs always for that dahil hindi mo naman mapapagdepensa ng matindi ang mga pagod na player.
Well, speaking of fresh legs, so yun, fresh legs yun.
Mga hindi naka-uniform, ang dami.
Dami nila. Pwede ka rin makabuo ng isang team.
Pwede. 5 na yata yun, no?
Oo, 5 na. Santos trying to get away from Magbuhos.
Foul on number 93.
Vince Magbuhos.
Foul number 3 for Quezon Oscars. 14 to shoot.
Shot clock at 14. Ramirez. Oh, what a move. Galing kay Edric Ramirez. Tutoy Ramirez.
This guy, he's a scorer. He is a talented scorer. Multi-time MVP in college. brought a lot of championships to the ICC Blue Hawks along with Alfred Flores under Coach Ogie Gomatay. That is why they brought him in here with Bataan, because there's that comfort level with Coach Ogie. And of course, they see in him this ability to help with this Riser squad.
25-18. Under 7 minutes remaining here sa ating second quarter. Christian Pagaran pulls up. The jumper is too strong. Rebound ni Rafi Octubre. Kani. Fade away from Hubert. That won't go. Rebound. Nakuha ni Vince Magbuhos. He is fouled. And Quezon already over the limit. Pangatlo na para sa Bataan Risers.
Had his hand between the eyes right there. Rafi Octubre on Vince Magbuhos. No way you could have called a foul for that.
Ganda yung second game natin, Abs, no?
Actually,
No?
that is something
Not bad.
to look forward to. A rematch of last year's North Division Finals.
Oh, I think it's not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm sure that's something that you look forward to, especially after what you experienced yesterday.
I didn't want to compute the point differential yesterday. Baka si Mike Perez compute na.
Ay, kaya.
He is the numbers guy here.
Kaya niya. He can do that in a jiffy.
Pero nagpadala
That's
siya
his
ng
thing.
nagpadala siya ng barbecue kahapon.
Narinig ko nga eh.
Grabe!
Alam mo yung ginawa ko na lang kahapon? Pinapakinggan ko na lang kayo eh. Nagtrabaho na lang ako ng iba, pinapakinggan ko na lang kayo.
Nakinig ka sa podcast namin.
Oo. Nakakatuwa pakinggan eh. Yung mga...
Wait till... Have you met Valentin?
And Anthony?
And Anthony's not here. Anthony's not here. But there's a timeout here for Quezon as Bataan is making a run in the second period. 25-20. We'll be right back. Look at the demolition of Bataan on Parañaque, 132-83. You need a game like this if you're Bataan. Basta papasok ka ng mabibigat na laban. Pagkumpiyansa lang ba?
Tama ka dyan. Kinakailangan talaga nila yun. Right now, they are just down by 5 in the midst of a little mini run here.
Oh, my goodness, Javi. I see Valentin in the building.
Really? Already? Yeah.
He might be bringing along some goodies. I remember.
He's the bringer of gifts.
Yes. Valentin's coming. I'm excited. 27-20.
Our version of Santa Claus.
Bringas will drive. Little dipsy do there. Off angle. JP Sarao comes away with a loose ball. Jodel Fuentes attacks. And he is fouled by Rafi Octubre.
Many people don't really see this side of the game of Jodel a lot. But going downhill, he's also pretty deadly.
I love to see it. But this is... I don't want to say vintage Jodel. But it is vintage Jodel.
Oh, yeah.
At medyo matagal na eh.
Ito yung madalas natin nakikita yung unang season niya with San Juan.
Yung footwork, no?
Yeah.
Yung hindi makagalaw yung depensa dahil ang dami niyang galaw.
And you could see that there's nothing really anything flashy with what he does.
Yes,
I
I am so happy. Valentin just brought goodies. I am elated. Valentin, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last window made by Duel Fuentes at the 5 minute and 32nd mark of the second quarter is a 3-point conversion.
A 3-point conversion.
The score is 28 for the Hustlers, 20 for the Risers.
There you see it upgraded right there. His foot was behind the line.
Tama. And I think this is the right time, perfect time for Judel. You know, in his plans of moving up in his career.
Yun na nga yung sinabi ko in their last game that we as fans here in the MPBL, Flores getting a basket there for Bataan, we might just be seeing his last season here in the league, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes haywire with his play in this last stretch of his.
Wow, Magbuhos able to recover, and he gets into Sarao, no? Doing just enough there, Prince Magbuhos. Kung hindi niya pinaglaban ng bola, parang pinaglaban niya yung pag-ibig niya. Hindi sana ano yun. Hindi sana na-shoot ni JP Sarao.
I somehow saw that coming nung sinabi mo na yung pinaglaban niya.
Kasi pinaglaban niya naman talaga ng gusto to eh. Tingnan mo to, Habi. Oh.
Pinaglaban niya talaga ng gusto. And
wala
that
na,
is
nawala
what
na
he
sa
is
kanya.
there for.
Pero, di ba, binigyan niya ng buhay.
Minsan kailangan talaga mawala muna sa iyo bago mo maintindihan na meron para talagang saysay sa iyo.
Tama. Yun talaga. Oh, may Alfred Flores supporters group tayo dito. Yun! Pakikuha na nga sila. Yan! Mama!
Love it.
Grabe, no? Pinapanood ka ng nanay mo. Para ikaw din, House. Pinapanood din mo sa TV.
Oo naman.
Ipopost ka pa.
Yun na nga. She's a very proud mom. Just like all moms are.
Oo naman. Hard foul on Judel Fuentes. Now, this is the Judel Fuentes that I haven't seen in a while.
And for him to be able to do this right now with his team, with the current crop of players that they have, the talent that he is surrounded with, it's such a remarkable feat. And that just means that he is indeed no fluke.
Oo.
Na hindi lang na nagkataon na nandun lang siya sa ibang team na sa kanya lang binibigay yung bola.
Personally, nung nakita ko nga to si Judel, I thought he would not be here for long.
Oh yeah, me too.
Kasi nung unang season niya, it was such an outstanding season.
It was.
And I thought he was, going to move up in his career.
I agree.
Already. But nagpahinog pa talaga to si Judel dito sa MPBL eh.
Dahil compared dun sa ibang nakasabayan niya nung kanyang college career, hindi ganun kaingay yung pangalan niya. But oh my goodness, he just really stepped onto the scene during his first season here, earning already in his very first season a mythical first-team selection.
But it is going to be a different story, as he explores other opportunities. Judel Fuentes, oh man, he is oozing confidence at the moment. Ang hirap eh, when he has that streak as well.
I certainly agree. When he has his eyes locked in, when you see it on his face, that's too much space if you're Rafi Octobre for a deadly scorer like Judel Fuentes.
Bataan Zoos for time. Judel Fuentes waxing hot here in the second period. Yun. Tuwan-tuwa si Idol. The extra fan of the game, born for greatness. Ganila.
Mga San Juan fans ata ito.
Si kaibigan natin si Jillian, nandyan na. Number 1 fan ni
Nino.
Ni Joem sa banda. Alam natin yan. Ako pa ba?
Ikaw pa.
Alam ko kung sino nalilink kay Nino.
Updated ka sa showbiz
Updated
happenings.
ako. Updated ako.
At updated ka rin sa mga hindi na magkasama.
Oh, naman. Ako pa ba? Kaya ingat-ingat ka sa mga break tsaka breakthrough mong
Okay.
sabihin, ha?
Gotcha.
36-27.
Baka may natatamaan ba?
Oh, no, you don't touch a nerve, you know. Yun, Alfred Flores. Tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-cheer. Habang dumadami ang score ni Alfred Flores sa free throw line. Yeah, Judel Fuentes already with 12 points. Nasa loob pa ba siya? Andyan pa eh. Topping. Bigay daw. Bigay namin na. Heat check.
Yeah, trying to recalibrate his shot there. Kakapasok lang ulit ni Topeng Lagrama.
Ang ganda rin ng matchup nito ni Topping tsaka ni Alfred eh. Alfred. Rafi Octubre gets the roll. So, ano tayo eh? Classic talaga eh.
Those pro
Patitira eh.
models. Oh,
Patitira, classic eh.
Rafi Octobre, one of the more veteran players that we have here in the MPBL. He's bounced around multiple teams.
Judel's not giving the ball down low.
No, he's not.
The play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with the 1xBet.
Yeah, Gabanal helps out there. Leaves an open man beyond the three-point line, but that's a good wheel by Rafi Octobre from the left side, flashing middle, making himself available for that pass.
Akala ni Judel siya ilalabas eh.
Mukhang wala yatang planong
Diyan
ilabas dito si Judel Fuentes ni Coach
Diyan ka
Ergen.
muna, kulang patira mo. Yan.
Hindi ka pa bumaboundary.
Ganyan ang mensahe dyan. Kulang pa yan, tira ka lang ng tira.
And I'm sure that Attorney Don Capunan has no qualms about this.
Oo naman. Ay, ayun na, pinalitan na siya
Ay, napinalitan na.
ni LJ Gonzalez.
Mukhang wala si Attorney Don ngayon, no?
Wala, akala ko nga dito kasi medyo malapit sa kanya to.
Oo.
Relatively.
Relatively. Pero mukhang busy. Actually, by the way, congratulations pala to Attorney Don for his newly appointed role as General Manager of the University Hotel at UP.
Oo, nakita ko. Ano na ba yun? Formalize na ba yun?
Hindi ako sure kung na-formalize na, pero yes, he is already assuming that role. Pinalitan niya na si PCG.
Iba naman kasi yung trabaho ni PCG. Ibang klase naman. Flores, that's a three. That won't go. Rebound. LJ saves it to Will. Goes home quickly to Gonzalez. Yung shoelaces ni LJ.
I hope he doesn't trip here.
He wants to take on Octobre one-on-one.
There you go. Was it because of the shoelaces? I'm not sure. But maybe it played a part.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Nag-aabot sa ano yan, no, UP?
Yes.
Diego Dario and Will Gozum.
There's a lot of chemistry between those two players.
Sazon misfires. 40-32. LJ Gonzalez puts his head down. He will attack. Nakabahan ako sa'yo, LJ.
Ikaw, mapapatalon ko na lang sa Celia mo dun sa gagawin niya. No? He walks it up, goes slow, and then that burst of speed when he puts his head down, and then he just glides into so seamlessly. He just makes it look so easy.
Yeah, and may conversation kami ni Coach Nash na said, is he there? I don't think Coach Nash is there. A few days ago in Paco, about kung anong ceiling and anong ni LJ, Pero there are certain comparisons to his play. Kaso ayoko sabihin kasi natatakot ako. Natatakot ako, baka ma-jinx ko.
Sige, wag na lang muna. Let's leave it at that.
Wag na lang muna. Sabi naman yun, Jamil Gabawan. Off the glass and in.
Jamil Gabawan, he's not there to score the basketball, but that's certainly going to be something that Bataan will not complain about.
Gonzalez, 7 seconds to work with. LJ to Tamsi. That's a 3. No. Rebound, Kani. He has time. Hubert! Hubert Kani with a 3 to end the first half. Off the glass and in para kay Hubert Kani.
I kind of had an inkling that was going to go in.
Ganda ng bitaw dito ni Hubert Kani. Just past the half-court line. And he banks it in for 3. It's a 5-0 run for Bataan to close out the first half. The Quezon Huskers, though, are still ahead, 42-37.
Masaya ako na napili ako and appreciative ako sa MPBL kasi yun nga, first time ko makapag-ranas ng All-Star sa kahit anong level of the game. Ayun, yung All-Star dito parang seryosohan din talaga. So, expect ko rin na mag-go hard din lahat. So, pero siyempre, andun pa rin yung respeto sa isa't isa. And All-Star pa rin naman siya, so sana wala rin may injury ganun. For me, expectation ko lang siyempre maging competitive game kasi yun nga, best of the best sa North, tapos best of the best sa South. So ako expectation ko lang is gonna be a competitive game. Ayun, talagang happy lang ako na pinik nila and parang malaking opportunity to para sa amin. Ni-invite ko po kayo buong mga MPBL fans sa Laguna na manood po kayo ng All-Star Game namin. See you there po. Sa lahat ng MPBL fans, lalo na sa mga tao sa Binyan, kung wala kayong ginagawa sa September 6, Saturday, MPBL All-Star guys, may 3-point shootout, may executive game, at saka may dunk contest. So hopefully makanood kayo guys and makakapaglaro rin ako sa MPBL All-Star. So hope to see you guys there.
Inside, Caballero finds Tolentino. Beautiful. Such a wizard with the ball. Ito si Keanu Caballero.
A nifty no-look pass. Galing kay Keanu Caballero, wowing everybody here inside the Inares Center.
Dito ng Pangasinan. The bench. Oh, what a pass! CBC with a finish. The wraparound special galing kay Chino Mosqueda.
Pang ilang magandang pasa ni Chino Mosqueda. Really good looks from Chino.
Where are you going, ladies and gentlemen? I have something special para sa aking kakampi. Si Carl Brian Cruz, Chino Mosqueda, a special delivery.
Hirapan sa makuha yung kanyang mga puntos, make him bleed for his points.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Tabi, what a move! That was nasty. Cyrus Tabi.
That's a righteous crossover.
Yes, it's a great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Wow. I mean, what a move. Stepping back to set up the righteous crossover.
Robles. Marcelino, the spin. Oh, what a finish!
Oh my!
Parang twister.
He twisted parang 2 beses pa nga umikot sa hirap ng
Twister
tira.
Price.
Oo.
Twister Price move.
Nice.
Gonzalez wants magbuhos on the other side because he wants this step back to drop! LJ Gonzalez! It is his time. It's the fourth quarter, 67-63.
Well, again, the offense of LJ against the defense of JC.
This is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness. Gets the ball to LJ. Sandagon, that's a risky pass. Gabanal dumps it to Simon, who's fouled! The basket will count for Simon Sandagon. This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with one expect. Campanel's poise right there on full display. Free throw, 83-69. Boom, boom again! Boom, boom, Tampos with a throwdown. Just gliding that one and hammering that one home. Boom, boom, Tampos. Couple of dunks here in the final period. Desiderio for three. Masyado malakas. Stanley with the rebound. Finds Martel. Labas kay Meneses. Martel gets it back and throws it down. He drops the hammer out of nowhere. Leon Martel. Martel taking off with a right hand right there. Nobody challenging Leon Martel. Rebound, Credo. They have to go now. Abdul has it. Sawat inside, and we're tied! 8.5 remaining. Oh, ball is loose, and it's Zamboanga basketball. What a turnaround here in Palayan City. 82 all. What a comeback para sa Zamboanga.
See that shot right there by Alin Bolanadi. That fell short. Credo off to the races, trying to find an open teammate. Found Sawat, immediately catch and move, testing the middle defense and getting that shot.
To Chavez. They have time. Chavez, the layup. Will that count though? Will that count? Wow. Will that count? I thought
He turned on the Jets, but I think it's going to count. I think it was just in the nick of time.
hold on to your horses, folks. Pajarito quickly to J.R. Chavez, and here he comes.
Wow. Yeah. Just in the nick of time.
We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime, folks. J.R. Chavez sending this one to OT with that late drive, beating everyone else. Halftime here at the Caloocan Sports Complex. Quezon Huskers against the Bataan Risers. Quezon with a 5-point lead. You know, that late run by Bataan trimming the deficit in half. But it's been a solid performance so far from Quezon. Topeng Lagrama and Judel Fuentes all had their moments in that first half. The 9 3-point makes in that first half, proving to be the difference here for the Huskers.
Yeah, and 6 of those 9 coming from both Judel and Topeng Lagrama. Those 3-point shots by Quezon enabling them to pull away in that first quarter after Bataan had such a good start. Quezon was a step slower in those loose balls. Bataan had a lot of second chance opportunities in the first few minutes of this game. But the Huskers, after that timeout, after that 9-3 run, they came back to their senses and showed us what the league leading defense is all about. But the Risers, sabi mo nga, that second quarter run of theirs, helping them pull closer here at just 5 points.
Well, the problem here for Quezon is they were fouling a lot in that first half. Marami-raming trips sa free throw line para dito sa Bataan in that first half. The free throws, 9 of 12 itong actually 7 of 8 itong Bataan, 9 of 12 ang Quezon. But excellent at the line itong Bataan Risers. The only problem for Bataan really is their 3-point shooting.
Yeah, yun lang talaga, di pa tumatama. But nakabawi naman sila dito in terms of scoring inside the paint. A lot of their shots have been inside the shaded area. 16 of the 42 points, or 39 points rather, of Bataan coming from inside the paint.
Oh, tatlo na lang ang lamang dito ng Quezon. Quezon led by as many as 11. Simon Sandagon could not finish underneath. I think Rafi Octubre has been very, very stable here para dito sa Bataan.
He's been very active, really making it difficult for the opposing team's big man. He's been battling, trying to box out the opposing bigs.
And we are tied at 42.
That's why Bataan has been loving putting 2 guards together inside the floor. Whether it's Robbie Darang or Hubert Cani, or Alfred Flores and Hubert Cani, or both Darang and Flores together, they do not mind dahil alam nila ang ganda nung nagiging effect nung kombinasyon na to, nung mga kombinasyon na to para sa kanila, because these 2 guards in the backcourt always very interchangeable. May isang pwede magdala ng bola, may isang pwede score, or vice versa. Pareho silang pwede dun sa parehong role in the backcourt. And that's a quality that I think most of their guards have on this team, itong Bataan. Not just the 4 that I mentioned, you also have Tutoy Ramirez there. Jeff Santos can also do the same.
Interchangeable eh.
Yes.
And really, it is a luxury na meron kang ganun na players eh. It's nice to also have players with defined roles, but also it's also nice when players are able to play different positions. And in the MPBL, where at the guard spot hindi ganun ka bigat ang issue ng size. Okay, that's why we have guys like
18 on the shot.
Barcuma, Topeng,
J.R. Olegario. Mga
You can
little
get
giants.
you can get away with it, di ba? Kahit papano.
Yeah, that's why also they thrive in this kind of setup. Also because it's a long season, that's why you face multiple teams. You never know when those kinds of players will click. It's somehow always just experimenting most of the time for the most part, especially at the start of the season.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Darang, Ducani, Hubert launches. That's short, bring us with a rebound. Darang finds Rafi Octubre, and Bataan is in the lead.
Apart from really being very active on the glass, I think Rafi Octubre has done a good job in making himself available for those kinds of passes. Pero maganda naging sagot dito ni LJ Gonzalez. Did not waste much of his time there. Kanina pa na nasisipat ng ating referee dun sa sideline. Duel Fuentes, actually, he was already let go for a push in the previous offensive possession.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Pero ngayon hindi na siya pinakawalan ni referee Zen Manansala. Tinawagan na ng foul. Ito si Duel Fuentes.
Octubre. Tani. Santos for 3. Piso collecting the rebound against Octubre. LJ Gonzalez safely across. Tinamaan si Duel Fuentes.
He got hit straight in the mouth there. I don't think there was any intent with that swipe. I think he was going for the ball there.
A tight game here in the third quarter.
Yeah, because as we mentioned in the pregame, this has heavy implications on both their standings in their respective divisions. Although they are from the north and the south, malaki ang maging epekto nito dun sa kanilang standing. If Quezon wins, this is one step closer to locking up the #1 spot in the Southern Division. If Bataan does get this victory and upset over the Huskers, they, on the other hand, will lock in on their spot for the play-in tournament in the North. Because as of this moment, nothing is set in stone yet.
Yeah, may humihingi ng foul dun sa dulo. Jeff Santos though is whistled for the personal dito sa ilalim.
Duel actually wanted a foul on his shot. He felt like there was a lot of contact on that attempt.
Meanwhile, let's turn you over to Mika Abisamis.
These are situations wherein Coach Eric Gonzalez still feels he is only at 60% of infusing his system despite being #1 in the South. He is really still building. It's been good, but not to the point of being able to say this is the standard of the playoffs. He also acknowledges that this is one of the strongest seasons and South lineups, to be specific. Huddle was about building good habits, a reminder especially for players that have been here since the start, those that have seen the losses against Bataan. We don't want a third one, he said, because what do we prove there? So Del Javi.
Tama. You know, it's interesting how Coach Eric has really emphasized this record that they have against Bataan. Meanwhile, balikan natin yung report na yan mamaya. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances, Robbie Darang. It's now the Risers' turn to hit from beyond the arc. We'll be right back. That's El Granada, Gary David. On that Bataan bench, they take on Sarangani on September 13, September 19, a duel with the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. September 24, they meet the Valenzuela City Magic. And if records are the gauge, no, kung sino man nanalo sa mga games na yon, then you can say Bataan should take care of business.
Yeah, they're definitely highly favored in those last remaining games of theirs. As we see Gambanal take it and make it from the outside. Kaya importante itong laro nito para sa kanila because if they win this, they will be primed to get their remaining 3 games on their schedule. You imagine how big of a confidence booster it will be for them to win against Quezon, going up against those 3 remaining teams, it's gonna do so much para sa kanila. And certainly so much more when they go into the play-in eventually.
Magawan sa bola. Yun, napunta kay Gabanal. He gets bumped by Hubert Cani. There's a foul on Hubert. No malice there. The 14th foul now for Bataan Risers. Look at Jason Opiso, Jamil Gaban, and Carl Bringas. And not a lot of black shirts there, surrounding the players.
But still, the guys in black ending up with the rock on this possession. So lucky break definitely for the Huskers.
Well, Bataan now an early penalty here. Sarao gets to it. Napaganda pa.
Yeah, JP Sarao is definitely not the tallest big, but he uses his body so well inside the paint.
Gabawan to Kani. Kani makes his move, the kick out. Robbie Darang was about to take the shot.
I think this is a much more dynamic offense that Bataan has been playing, which has made it difficult for Quezon to somehow keep in step. Apart from the multiple threats that Bataan has now on the floor, it's the way that they've been moving and the attention that guys like Robbie Darang have been getting.
Javier Santos puts the ball on the deck. Strong move, no good. LJ quickly to Diego Dario. The no-look pass, the touch pass to Sarao. Masyadong malalim, but the foul is on Gabawan.
That was a little bit of a late call. Referee Mike Kinay on the baseline, and that's going to be number 4 laban kay Jamil Gabawan. Tingnan nga natin dito kung meron ba talagang foul. Nice pass by Diego Dario, but an even more impressive behind the back by Gab Banal. I think that was a clean defensive play by Jamil Gabawan.
I think the more, dahil binababa yung kamay niya, that motion right there.
Yeah, dun siguro
Para na,
nagkakatalo.
doon na, yung sinasabi niya lang, you don't, force the ref to make a call. So, the ref was forced to make a call because pababa nga yung kamay niya. Sarao misses the free throw.
Credit to Sarao. He really sold that really well.
11 of 18 now. (51-47). Santos goes back to the bench. Quezon up by 4 here, halfway through this third period. Inside, Hubert Cani for 2. Count the basket. Ooh.
Yeah.
And they call a flop.
That is what they wanted to happen. They wanted Cani isolated against Diego Dario. They knew it was going to be a mismatch going down the floor. Cani puts his head down. A little bump right there. Dario tried to sell it, but apparently our referees saying that there should not have been any foul, and that act of selling was a flop by Diego Dario.
Technical free throw coming up. Hindi mapaghiwalay. Bataan is playing at a really high level right now as well.
And that seems to be the case in their past 2 matchups the past couple of seasons, no?
Absolutely. Last season, the star of that Bataan win is not here. Mitchell Minus had 33 points and 15 rebounds.
Incredible.
Monster numbers. And Gabanal, what a response.
And that just deepens the story here of how this matchup somehow develops. Dahil Mitchell Minus past few games, he's actually really been playing his best basketball this season. And for him to not be here after what he did in last season's matchup, paano kaya gagawin ng Bataan na makuha itong panalo?
Well, just a 2-point game after that basket. Gonzalez gives up the basketball. Gabanal, masyado malakas. Robbie Darang. On the move, Robbie. Hubert steps into this three. No, rebound. Tapi ka ng bola, nakuha ni LJ Gonzalez. Here comes LJ. Gonzalez nagmamadali. Gonzalez lays it in for 2.
Nakita mo nyo doon yung pagkakamali ni Robbie Darang. Going up against LJ Gonzalez, you cannot back up. You have to beat him to the spot and make sure he turns. You can't allow him to go straight line all the way.
Nagawan sa bola, nakuha ni LJ. Goes behind the back.
Nasty.
A fancy yet necessary move from LJ Gonzalez. It's 58-52. Check out this Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness.
I saw the inflection on that syllable, Mr. Tupas. That also wowed a lot of us. Oh, LJ Gonzalez making this a 6-point lead right now for the Huskers.
Back inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. So, bigyan muna natin ng mga shoutout ng mga kaibigan natin. Daniel Arboleda, nanonood. Uy, yan din ang ating fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Ang mga Tambo Bowlers, Marikaman Bowlers, and Dungalo Bowlers. May papawis sila mamaya konti sa Dungalo.
Ayun.
Yung kaibigan natin si Piwi Martinez Raquel ang nagpapabati sa inyo, guys.
Uy.
Mga idol.
Tama.
Pwede ako dito padala sa inyong papawis dyan. Uy. Klase yung galaw na yun ni Carl Bringas.
Kanina pa sinusubukan yan.
Great pass there. Ooh. Ball knocked away by Yambing.
Good opportunity here for the Risers to trim this lead. We haven't seen a Vesazon since now. It's been a long time he's been on the bench for Bataan after starting this game. Wow. The calls in this game have been very erratic, I must say.
Akala ko nga, wala eh. Akala ko harmless to.
Exactly. Ayun, no? Kasi
Ah,
hinawakan yung jersey. Okay. Now we see the reason why.
okay. Ginagawa ko rin yan.
Isa pala yan sa mga ginagawa
Oo.
mo, ha? Mga gulang moves mo, ha? Bakit di mo yan ginawa na naglaro tayo?
Gugulangan ko pa ba yun? Nakita mo ba yun?
Ayun tuloy, pinaulanan tayo.
Oh, William Peng rising for that layup.
Just the 5th point in the game para kay William Bing. I think it's about time he comes alive here for Bataan.
Sarao for 3. Got it.
Nothing much Vento could have done there. He had his hand up. He was right there with Sarao. But JP just having the better offense there against the good defense of Jared Vento.
Alfred Flores goes to Yambing. That's a 3. Won't work. Nagrama. Topeng. Gozum, nice pass to JP Sarao.
Will has been seeing the middle of the floor so well in this game. Each time he's gotten it on that baseline on either side of the basket, he's looking to pass to the middle. And credit guys like JP Sarao for making the right timing on their cuts.
There's a steal here. Gozum is away, and he will lay it in.
A run right now for Quezon. This is now an 11-point lead for the Huskers.
Tying their biggest lead of the game. They led in this game, in this quarter, by the way.
They have.
Under a minute to play, there's a foul. Medyo may konting lag sa reaksyon.
Reminds me a lot about Mick Penisi.
Medyo matagal-tagal yun.
Tignan natin yung nangyari dito. These two have been going at it. This whole game they've been guarding each other. Yun.
Yun.
Yun. So, mga 5 seconds.
5 seconds eh. Parang, tinamaan ba ako?
Oo. Tinamaan pala ako. Did not know until then.
But tinamaan naman talaga siya.
Oo, tinamaan naman talaga siya. Delayed reaction lang
Delayed
talaga.
reaction lang.
Baka kasi ano eh, puno na yung memory.
Parang ano lang yan eh. Bakit? Pag nakashoot ka ba, nagsiselebrate ka kaagad?
Hindi.
Oo.
Siyempre,
parang ganun lang din yan.
pag timeout ka pa magsiselebrate minsan eh.
Parang ganun lang din yan. 65-54. Quezon.
Tsaka minsan di mo talaga malalaman agad kung tinamaan ka o hindi.
Medyo naramdaman niya na eh after a few seconds. I haven't been to this venue.
It has been a
Foul
while.
on number
I think it's been
25,
months.
Al Tamsi, his first 14th foul for the Quezon Huskers.
Tamsi is whistled for the
Technical
foul.
foul on number 22, Ives Sazon for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Ives
Third
is
foul on Ives Sazon.
whistled for the technical. So it will mean a technical free throw para kay Francis Tamsi.
Al Tamsi.
Pero bola ng Bataan because
Yes.
of the foul on Tamsi.
And lucky for Quezon, wala pa sila sa penalty dito, so they don't give up any free throws here.
Substitution, number 10 for Ives Sazon.
55.8 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
40 to shoot.
Later on, we will have Pampanga versus San Juan. Neutral ground. Flores to bring us. Sinubukan ulit ang off-balance shot. Still,
He's been forcing a lot of shots in
still
this
does
game.
not work. Hierro. Labas kay Sarao. A three. Got it.
It's been a really good shooting night
18
so far.
points. 18 points, Abby, para kay JP Sarao.
He's been burning the nets, just waiting for his turn. He's not demanding the basketball. He's doing it well within the flow of the offense. Just waiting for that pass to come to him. He's always ready to receive and shoot.
It's now a 15-point lead for Quezon with 19.4 remaining in the third quarter. But Alfred Flores is at the line. Ready na yung mga supporters niya mag-cheer. Yan. This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Very difficult to turn the ball over against Quezon because they have guys off and running right away.
Even the bigs are running.
Yeah.
Nagrama against Flores. Last shot time here for Quezon. Sarao, the hot hand. JP will miss. And dyan nagtatapos ang ating third quarter.
Third quarter ends at 56 to
The
61
Quezon Huskers
in favor of Quezon Huskers.
saw their lead, vanish in this quarter, but somehow it reappeared. Just like that layup galing kay LJ Gonzalez that behind the back dribble.
But before that lead of Quezon was established, LJ Gonzalez was on the bench, but as soon as he took the floor anew, together with this guy, JP Sarao, the fortunes of the Huskers have changed. They're up 69-56 entering the fourth. Back inside the Caloocan Sports Complex, the home of your Batang Kankalu, who will be facing the Muntinlupa Cagers in our main game at 8. Pero sa ngayon, ito ang ating unang laro between Bataan versus Quezon. JP Sarao burning the hoops tonight. 18 points, 10 here in the third quarter, built on 6 out of 7 shooting, 3 out of 4 from the outside. What a feat for the former Parañaque Patriot. More about JP Sarao rather from Ms. Mika Abisamis.
On JP Sarao, sabi ni Coach Eric, I expect a lot from him. You know, he is one player na pinapagaling niya lahat ng big man around him. They have been sharing the minutes in the front line with Will, Otep, Simon, Opiso, Vince. Pero kung makikita mo daw ito si JP sa practices, grabe, parang nasa game daw talaga. Playoffs to be specific. He can do anything in that position. Most of all, really one of the smartest in the league. JP has matured a lot in that Parañaque stint, but also humble enough to say, gusto ko din maging isa sa top big man sa top na team sa Delfin Javi.
What a report right there, Mika. And it's no surprise that what we're seeing from JP is really a fruit of what he does in practice. Dahil ano ba nga ba ang sinasabi ng mga coaches natin? When they are in practice, you should treat it like a game.
Absolutely.
Dahil kung ano yung ilaro mo sa practice, yan rin ang ilalaro mo sa game. So, coaches tell you to even push harder pag practice. Dahil sa game, hindi ka naman buong game maglalaro eh. I mean, most of the time, you share minutes with your teammates.
Ang problema dyan, pag hindi nagtatranslate sa game,
Ayun, yun yung problema.
Yun yung mga kabaliktaran.
But you know what they say, you know, fortune favors the brave, and when you show this in practice, it most of the time translates naman. Yung mahirap talaga pag hindi. Yan ang isa sa mga bagay na you wish you wouldn't happen.
Well, this is now a 10-point lead for Quezon. Hubert Cani. Pagaran. Una bitawan ng bola. Last touch on Pagaran. Good play there from Alfred Flores. He did not have numbers there, Alfred, pero he was able to break up the fast break.
That's why, you know, when teams really stack up with talent, even though you don't use everybody every game, it's still very crucial to have these guys because in practice, this ensures the competitive spirit nung inyong ensayo. This ensures everybody to push each other, and this ensures the excellence that will be brought out in your players, especially in preparation for the games, for the tough games ahead.
And Yambing is back at the free throw line. 3 free throws para kay Rinwil Yambing. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Will misses the second.
Wow. Well, free throws have not really been a problem for Bataan in this game. It's actually Quezon who's having a lot of problems from the free throw line. But these misses are crucial for Bataan.
Judel Fuentes under pressure here. That's a push on William Bing.
Foul on number 23, William Bing is
Dapat na yan.
Substitution, Jeff Santos for William Bing.
LJ Gonzalez will drive. Good challenge there. 3 white shirts challenging the defense, challenging yung challenge ni LJ. Kaya napilitan siya mamintis yun. Flores. Pull up. No. Rebound. That's off a white shirt.
Bataan could not take advantage of the 4-on-5 situation. Kani had the ball in his hands way too long, could not make a decision. Nakababa na si LJ Gonzalez. They were forced to make a play out of one of their half-court sets, but Quezon had already been set defensively.
Judel Fuentes against Jamil Gabawan. LJ Gonzalez. Banal. LJ for three. That won't go. Still a 10-point lead here for Quezon. Ball taken away by Quezon. And they had to give up the foul there, talking about Bataan.
Costly turnover by Rafi Octobre there. Was not sure on what he was going to do. Passed it to a Quezon Husker instead of a Bataan riser. He clearly was very upset and frustrated with that.
LJ will drive. Goes to Magbuhos from the corner. Short. Gonzalez with the offensive rebound. Labas kay Gabanal. Former MVP. Good pass. Magbuhos. Yes.
Making up for his past air ball. Same spot. This time a different result para kay Vince Magbuhos.
Dom Vera drives. Good defense there by Sandagon inside. Gabawan really forceful underneath.
But you see the difference in the shots, in the quality of shots that both teams are making. It's very contrasting. Bataan forced into some very difficult looks. They're having to bleed for their points here in the fourth, while Quezon just having their way relatively better here than the risers.
Gabawan looking for a teammate. Here's Robbie Darang, trapped. LJ Gonzalez trying to take that ball away.
Number 13, LJ Gonzalez is second, and that is a 14 foul for Quezon Huskers.
It's number 4 on Quezon.
Foul on number 93. It's a Bulls penalty in his third.
Ang aga nito para mag-penalty ka, Javi. If you're Quezon.
This has been one of the problems that has been lingering this season for Quezon. Minsan, playing aggressive defense really has its cons, and sometimes it resorts to some unnecessary fouling. But it's something that they've dealt with. It's something that they've learned to address time and time again. But they also have to realize that in big games, they shouldn't give this one up.
Free Throw the Game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And they're lucky Bataan has been missing their free throws here in the fourth quarter.
Judel Fuentes continues his scoring spree here in the fourth. 74-59. Darang. Ball taken away. LJ Gonzalez is away.
Too easy. Off the turnover. Defense to offense. Quezon basketball at its finest.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split type air conditioners. Na magana yung lamang dito. It's up to 17 para sa Quezon Huskers. Timeout ng Bataan. The 2025 MPBL All-Star Saturday is happening on September 6. Doon tayo sa Alonte Sports Arena. Ito po yung sa first 5. The South All-Stars. Matibay din ha.
Matibay yan.
Camson, Hernandez, Tolentino, Gonzalez, and Sawat.
Deservedly so. You know, these guys earning their nods as all-star starters this Saturday. Should be a good one.
Oo.
Dahil yan ang isang event sa
Season natin. Pangilang All-Star mo na yun, Nams?
the fourth.
Fourth, wow.
Thank you for the continued trust.
Grabe.
I can't believe it's...
Grabe mo ka. A four-time All-Star. Pwede yan. Pwede pag-intro yan, no? Dom Vera, higpit ng depensa na Quezon. They're scrambling here, but Carl Bringas able to knock down the mid-range jumper.
Nice setup right there galing kay Carl Bringas in a much-seeded basket para sa Bataan right now. The window of time for them is dwindling here.
Uy.
Yun lang talaga.
Nag-ano ulit. Coming alive here in the final quarter.
In the third quarter, JP Sarao took care of business. Fuentes did not score at all in that third period. But here in the fourth quarter, he says, I'm back. Give the ball to me. I'm going to take care of it. Tapusin na natin to.
Halfway through this final period, LJ Gonzalez blocked by Bringas. Gabawan. Atake si Jamil looking for Bringas. The steal by Judel.
It was well anticipated in what he was doing on that drive to the basket. It seemed already very obvious what he was going to do with that rock.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
One of the rare times this fourth quarter that Bataan was gifted with a clean look at the basket.
And even with that, nakita natin na scrambling pa rin ng depensa doon.
You're right. You had two guys trying to close out on that shot.
Diego Dario gets too deep. Darang. Now it's Flores. Inside. Gabawan for two plus the foul.
Again, a difficult shot there by Bataan, but this time they make it. That's a tight pass by Vera, and you see once again, three guys against just one white shirt inside the shaded area trying to defend that shot of Jamil Gabaon. That's been the story here in this game. Defense championing the offense Bataan sa laro na to.
Pahirapan eh, if you're Bataan.
And these missed free throws definitely did not help the Risers here, although konti lang naman yung naging mintis nila dito compared to Quezon. It still has made all the difference, at least one of them in this game.
Dario to Sarao. That's short this time.
Foul number 41, Joshua Yero penalty.
Yero is whistled for the foul. Babalik sa linya si Besazon. Ito yung problema sa Javi, may agang penalty.
The problem is Bataan hasn't really made or taken full advantage of it, but Sazon, he's a much better free throw shooter compared to the rest that have taken from the line in this quarter. This is what happened. There you go. There's the foul.
Good.
Eye there by Michael Pinay.
79-65. Opiso to Tamsi. Al Tamsi. That's an offensive foul. I think that's a good call.
Had his elbow right into the grill of Dom Vera, who did a good job of beating him to the spot. He was right there with him. Sa pool eh.
Tama.
Diretsong-diretso dun sa chin area ni Dom Vera. Kung medyo pababa yun, I think they would have let it go.
Now it's my turn. Sharp eye by referee Alan Manzano.
There you go.
79-65. Yambing for 3. That won't work. Rebound, Diego Dario.
That too has been gravely lacking for Bataan in this game compared to Quezon, who has been shooting lights out from the outside. 15 threes for the Huskers in this game. Bataan has only been good for 4 makes from downtown. That's 16 now for Quezon from beyond the arc.
They are undeniable. Hindi mapigilan.
And we go back to what Mika had reported earlier about what Coach Eric said. You know, it will not really make anything, or it's not going to be of any sense that we're going to get to the #1 spot in the South, pero 3 beses na tayo natatalo sa Bataan the past 3 seasons.
Oo. Christian Pagarando now making sure the Huskers, their lead is ballooned to 19, Javi, and looks like they are going to take this one home.
Looks like it. All signs pointing to Quezon grabbing this victory. Bataan fought hard, but in the end, Quezon really relying on their defense. Sabi nga ng mga basketball experts natin, sa depensa walang malas.
Oh, nice backdoor. Pagaran up top.
And just like the elite teams here in the league, Quezon, they rely on their defense to fuel their offense, not the other way around. Because as soon as you rely on your offense to fuel you defensively, magkakaroon kayo ng maraming problema niyan.
Darang thought about it. Gabawan, layup doesn't go. Final 2 minutes here. Quezon Huskers, it took a while for them to establish real control of this ball game. But now that they have it here in the 4th quarter, they just, you know, took this one home. I think they managed the game very well, Javi.
I agree.
Having that, you know, 2nd or 3rd gear surely help them you know, pull away late.
Yun ang maganda sa kanila dahil most of their wins this season have been total team efforts. And this is what Coach Eric and his coaching staff have continued to try and preach with this team, that you're not going to do it with 1 player, you're not going to do it with 2 players, you're not going to do it with 3 players. Everybody else has to chip in from 1 to 15. It should be total team play.
It's 88-65. Bataan doesn't look like they're going to reach 70 here unless Quezon relaxes on the defensive end. Sazon.
That is well within the average of Quezon in giving points off to their opponents. They're giving an average of 68 points per game.
Uy, sakto. Di ko ano yun, Mabs. Di ko chinek yun. Minsan pala, no? May hula din, no? Tama din yung hula, no? Dario, the extra pass. Sevilla from the corner. You like the way that Quezon continues to move the ball around, no? Kahit this is already a 1-ball game.
That's the mark of a very elite team, and that's a mark of a team that really has a mission.
10-second differential game clock and shot clock. Diego Dario will dribble this one out. Papakitaan pa tayo ni Diego. Mantagle is wide open. Got it.
That's another sharp shooter that they have. Loaded with shooters, this team.
91-65. Yambing. Sazon will launch the 3 and miss. Sevilla grabs the game's final rebound, and that will do it. The Quezon Huskers keeping their sharp form here in Caloocan. They overcome a Bataan team that was looking for an upset. So that's 2 wins in the space of 4 days para dito sa Quezon Huskers as they try to firm up their hold of the #1 spot in the South Division.
That's certainly one step closer. And look at the way that they defended here in the second half, only letting the Risers score 19 points in the third and 9 points in the fourth quarter. This guy enabled Quezon to really take control, establish that huge lead, and maintain it all throughout, especially in that third period.
JP Sarao is our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. JP Sarao with another standout performance para sa Quezon Huskers. The Huskers win 91-65. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, JP. 11 points ka sa third quarter, pero isa lang yan sa madami mong contribution sa game na to. Sabi mo nga sa akin, sa dami nyo sa frontline, lagi ka lang ready. Kumusta ka?
Malaking bagay yung pagtitiwala pa rin sa akin nila coach, especially pag yung nagsusunod-sunod yung mga bad games ko, nandiyan pa rin sila giving me confidence, tapos hindi sila nagsasawang turuan ako at saka payuhan ako.
Nakwento mo sa akin yung confidence na yan. Last season, hindi ko makakalimutan. Eager na eager ka talagang magpakita sa playoffs. Ngayong taon na to, nandyan ka na, secured na yung spot niya sa playoffs. Kumusta relationship mo ngayon sa team na to?
Actually, yung relationship namin para na kami magkakapatid. Iba na yung bond namin, yung chemistry, andyan na. Tsaka, ito yung hinihintay namin yung pagdating ng playoffs. Pagdating ng playoffs, lalo na ngayon na maganda yung naging past few games namin, nasa winning streak kami. Ang gusto namin madala to hanggang playoffs.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Unang-una sa lahat, gusto ko magpasalamat kay Governor Helen Tan, Boss RD, Kong Mike, Doc Kim, Mayor Ralph Lim, and hi to Malik, Kobe, and Calix. Tsaka nagpapabati yung pinsan ni Judel, si Faith. Tapos binabati ko yung family ko dyan sa Imus, si Daddy, si Tatay Bodeng, si AC, si Baby, si Ate Kring, si Kuya Chris, si Nuka, yung pamangkin ko, si Riley, hello. Tapos yung girlfriend ko, yung family ng girlfriend ko. Yung mga tropa ko sa Dimasalang, si Lapeli, si B, yung mga kababata ko dyan, si Anteng, si Kirby. Tapos, ayun, sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa amin sa Quezon Huskers, maraming salamat. Tsaka pahabol ko lang belated happy birthday sa mama ng girlfriend ko. Happy birthday, Tita Judy.
Maraming salamat. Always good chatting with JP Sarao. This best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sadaf and Javi.
Kalimutan mo na lahat, wag lang yung birthday ng nanay ng girlfriend mo. Tama yan, JP Sarao. You're on the right track. Congratulations kay JP as Quezon walks away with another win. Up next, it's a rematch of last season's North Division Finals. Pampanga and San Juan going at it in our second game. We'll be right back.